Wolfpack is going live again for this afternoon. We're going to see if we can catch us some afternoon runners. Yeah, I changed the bit rate on this thing, hoping that might fix it, but it may not have. It may have done just the opposite. I'm going to play around with it later tonight and see if I can get that fixed. I think I know what the problem is. It's adjusting its kilobytes per second feed. To keep the stream steady, and I think that's causing the problem. I think. I'll find out here later on tonight. Hopefully we get us some runners. We've got 45 seconds here. And we'll get us some after hours runners, we hope. We hope. We can get some nice little runners in here. Clearwater Beach, nice. All right, let's see what we get. Let's go. We've got about 7 seconds here. I even got my water for all of you that are worried about me. All right. Let's see what we got here. Parkinson's disease program, Smith's new data. First quarter. Nothing. All right, nothing right at 4 o'clock. We'll keep looking. We will keep looking. Ask for them not to be tyrants. Well, they're only deleting inappropriate comments. I keep a pretty close eye on what they delete. AC, positive clinical data. ACRV. I should focus on clinical research. IOVA presents preclinical transition data. Cron, clinical update on a phase 1. And KPTIA. Got timed out. Well, my deepest apologies for that. What was the question? All right, let's sort this. ILAG popped up here in after hours a little bit. HKIT, HKIT popped up a little bit. My day is going well so far. Thank you very much. We are talking about after-hour stock runners, ILAG, popping here in after hours. Volume popping in a little bit on that one. ILAG and HKIT, HKIT also popped up. And yes, we're talking about stock trading here. INM News. Let's see. Let's watch our after hours here. CDTX, focused on advanced cloud breaking development programs. Nothing there. CYCC. Boy, we're trying to find you something here. CYCC popped up a little bit. TBIO's up a little bit. ILAG coming back down. One turn. 69 stock. The chat is not active enough to skip the messages. Well, I'm not staring at the messages. That's the problem. Good afternoon, Diana. I do appreciate having you here, but I'm not skipping the messages on purpose. I'm watching stock charts. So if I miss some of the comments, I do apologize for that. ILAG popping back up. Not sure what's pushing that one. Don't see any news on that. Cron. Nothing. ACRV popped up a little bit on the news. Positive clinical data and pipeline progress today at a corporate R&D event. So they reported positive data on a clinical trial. It's up to 1075 right now. Let's see. ILAG still going. ILAG still going. Let's see what else. Vero, concept loan purchase and completion of first phase of refinancing. Popped just a little bit on that news. ACRV reports initial positive clinical data at a corporate event today. FOSL, first quarter earnings release. ILAG. Coming back down a little bit. ACRV still popping up a little bit on that news. Meta down $39. Thank you, Lynn, for that. Appreciate that. Let's see what we can give you here. ILAG coming back down. ACRV still up there a little bit. iSun moved into position there, number 3 position. ILAG still coming down. ACRV stuck. HKIT stuck. AMRN. Not seeing anything that's really popping on news here. Not seeing anything really popping up beautifully on news. Most of the news that I've gotten so far have been conferences or note of when they're going to release first quarter financials, webinars, showcases, all the usual fluff, meetings, annual meetings. Nothing has of any significant. We really want something really solid here in after hours. Another conference. Results. Financials. Nothing there. In earnings call. First quarter. Financials, a new officer in the company, and an upcoming presentation. So nothing so far. Still watching though. Hang tight. Hang tight. We still got a lot of after hours time left here. So hang tight. Don't get discouraged just yet. ILAG pushing up again. Let's see if we can break 80 on ILAG. That would be awesome. Kim, yes. Haven't been to the beach in a while since this past weekend. Hope to get back there again this weekend. Love being out on the beach, especially if I can find a real desolate stretch of beach where there's nobody at, where I can put my chair down and relax and enjoy the sounds and smells of the ocean. Love that. 77.5 now on ILAG. Who's making money? ACRV also popping up there. Positive clinical, that's the one that had the positive clinical data that they presented and their pipeline that they presented at a corporate R&D event today. And that was around $11 when the news came out, when I read it the first time. It's up to 13.4 now, so it's gone up a couple of bucks. ACRV now at 13.4. Looking pretty solid. All right, what else do we got? ILAG 74. ACRV at 13.4. But that's going to come down here in just a moment. CPHI popped up. CLPT announces initiation of a limited market release. Wish first quarter financials on May 8th. A lot of these financials that I mentioned, that it's a financials press release, it's not the actual press release of the actual financials. It's just them announcing the date they're going to do it, which is usually first part of May. Most of them around May 7th, May 8th, in that area. All right. Let's see. What else do we got? ILAG pushing. I really want ILAG up over 80 cents. That would be a very nice after hours runner for it. It's up 38% already. ACRV's up 31%. Coming down though. CPHI going sideways. That's a That one's irrelevant. CDTX popping up. Announces global development and commercial rights to CD 388 and announces private placement financing of $240 million. CDTX. CDTX. We've just gone from 12 bucks to 17 bucks in a matter of less than a minute. So take a look at that one. CDTX. I'm going to write that one down. CDTX. Kind of a float that we have on that one. CDTX. Looks like about 82 million public float. Not a lot of short percentage on that one. Let's see what that one does. Let me reread that press release for you. CDTX, that one reverse splitted this morning. 1 for 20. Let's see. CDTX Therapeutics reacquires global development and commercial rights to CD 388 and announces a private placement financing of $240 million. So that's what that is all about. The $240 million private placement financing led by RA Capital Management, with significant participation by Bain Capital Life Sciences to fund their phase 2 clinical trials. So that's not bad. Yeah, my float that I just gave you is wrong. It's about a 4.18, 4.1 public float on that one. They just came out of a reverse split. That's why my number was wrong. So that's got a relatively low float. We just hit 1879. Let's see if this thing can pop here. Wouldn't that be sweet? Run that baby up over 20 bucks. Yeah, pennies for dollars, that is correct. It's about a 4.1 million public float. My number was wrong. I didn't realize they'd just come off a reverse split this morning. But we'll keep an eye on it. All right, Wiles, WLDS, granted 180-day extension by NASDAQ to regain compliance. I can remember when that kind of news used to push a stock up pretty crazy. ILAG, ILAG, still at 74.9. CDTX coming back down. ACRV coming down. Everything's coming down here. AIRE pushing up. AIRE pushing up. Really, really nice. AIRE. Take a look. Let's see. ILAG. iSun. Continues to push. AIRE continues to push. We are at a resistance level right here at 128. Looking at the monthly chart, we break this, it goes to $2. It has got clear sailing to $2. Let's break 130. Can it break it? 130. There goes 131. 132. Is it going to hold? That's the question. It's got to break above 130 and hold there. There she goes. Come on. I want to be able to say it. There she goes. You beautiful bastard. Up to 135. There was that 130 break I was talking about. Very nice. AIRE. All right. Let's look at ILAG. ILAG. We just hit 79 cents. We're almost at that 80-cent spot that I want it to hit. I want to see it hit that and break through 80 cents. I think that would be a lot of fun. CDTX still coming down. ACRV still coming down. AIRE. It's got to hold above 130. You got to get some legs here. Come on. Got to hold it above 130. Which one are we looking at? Bernie, we are looking at AIRE. AIRE. It's got to stay above 130. Are there enough buyers to smack that ask? Level 2. Ooh, a lot of people putting in orders for sale here. A lot of orders coming in. People selling. Come on. Buy them up. Buy them up at 134. Right here. Come on. Buy them at 134. Somebody threw in a 133 in there. You dirty, rotten scoundrel. 134 is what we need to break here. Talking about AIRE. Come on. We don't have enough buyers at 134. That's our problem. 134, it's getting stuck. We're hitting 134 plenty, but there's too many shares there and not enough buyers to pick them up at 134. People are just trying to get in cheap. And sellers are getting a little bit anxious to sell. They're sitting on some pretty good profit. If you look at where this stock has run today, I mean, let's face it, 60 cents to $1.30. There's people sitting on some pretty nice profit here, over 100% profit. And they're looking at that thinking, maybe I should lock in that profit. So we're getting a lot of people selling, locking in profit, and you can't blame them. You really can't blame them. But we just don't have enough buyers to get it up over there. And if this drops much more, those sellers that are holding out, that have those diamond hands that we always hope for, if this starts to drop too much, they're going to panic sell because they really do want to lock in profit. They're just hoping to lock it in a little bit higher. But when they see it dropping, they're going to panic and go ahead and get out. And then it's really going to go. So we don't want this to flutter and stick around in this area for very long. We don't want it hanging out at 130 for very long. If it hangs out here for too long, some sellers are going to get impatient. and they're just going to go ahead and dump. Come on, buy them up. Here's our 134 again. Buy them up. Somebody slap that ass. Buy them up. Come on. Doggone it. Every time they start getting bought up, somebody throws in some 133s. They're being sneaky. They got shares to get rid of, and they know they're having trouble at 134. So as soon as it hits that, they sell them at 133 to get out. It's a pretty smart strategy, but it sucks for us that want it to go up. We are cheering on AIRE right now. B-Rad. Look at ILAG. How about that? Look at that little darling. Decided to show us what it was made of. Look at that. Busted above that 80-cent mark that I wanted so bad. There it is. Up over 80 cents now. 82, 83 on the ask. Nice. Boy, I wanted that 80 cents so bad. That is nice. From 54 cents all the way up to 83 cents. That's not bad. That's not bad. Now let's go back and look at some of those other runners. CDTX starting to push back up again. That's nice to see. AIRE. Come on. Come on. AIRE, push. Come on. Come on. We got it above that 134. Nothing stopping this thing other than buyers dying off. This could get some really beautiful legs here in after hours if retail would just hold tight. We got a big sell order at 136. CVAC announces the start of a phase 1, part of a combined phase 1-2 study of an investigational influenza pre-pandemic vaccine candidate. And that's getting nothing. All right, let's go back to what we know is running. ILAG looking really sweet so far. CDTX pulling back. That one is having trouble. That one is just really having a lot of trouble. CPHI popped for no reason. AIRE, come on. We worked so hard to get it past that 134, and it finally made it. Meta is crashing on an earnings report, apparently. Not good. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Sorry if I'm missing a few of these comments on here. I'm doing my best to try to watch these stocks. You know, when you buy into something, you got to pay attention to it. It's difficult to buy into it and have the chart there that you're watching and then turn your focus away from it to answer questions on social media. It's not easy. It's easy being cheesy. So I do apologize. My deepest apologies for not giving you 100% of my focus here, but I'm trying to find runners here for us in after hours, ones that are actually moving, and I don't see nothing. A lot of news, but man, it's all fluff. Earnings, financials, lawsuit, conference, special meeting, financials, QS beats by 46 cents on their earnings. Earnings of 24 cents per share, 46 cents better than the consensus. So a relatively positive report there on QS. But as you can imagine, they beat on earnings and the price came down. Go figure. And it's really coming down. So there must be more to the press release than what I read in just the headline there. Financials, lawsuit, conference call, NASDAQ notice, financials on Wednesday, RXT earnings on May 9th, first quarter earnings release. Reading through all the press releases, termination previously announced, proposed acquisition. That one's halted apparently. Sea change, SEAC. SEAC, let me read this press release to you. Announces an agreement to be acquired by Inghouse and termination of a previously announced proposed acquisition by Partner One. And that stock it appears to be halted. It appears, according to E-Trade, and this could be wrong, according to E-Trade, it's an OTC stock. Kind of looks like it. Anyway, all right, on to something important here. AQN, Kodak outperforms market. SPRU financials on May 8th. Fireside chat. Additional in Florida. Nothing. So nothing at the 4:30, with that little dump of news at 4:30. Nothing there, unfortunately. So let's go back to what is actually running. ILAG pulled back quite a bit off of that 80. That's unfortunate. CDTX trying to climb back up. I want to see that get over 20. HKIT climbing. HKIT, that one's climbing up a little bit. ACRV still pulling down. Vero, nothing. AIRE, got it. At 140 failed. We just couldn't get up there. Just couldn't quite make it up there. We certainly tried, though. We certainly tried. CDTX, still trying. Let's see, what else we got? Looking, searching, browsing. BJDX. BJDX says it's up 16% here in after hours. Now 10%. There's no volume there though. No news. Nothing on the micro float list. ILAG. Man, that's disappointing. HKIT, HKIT. Come on, give us 180 again on HKIT. One more time. There's 180, 181, 185. Holy cow. We are jumping nicely. 182. Woo, that ask price is jumping all over the place. Yeah, ABVC, that's moving a little bit here in after hours. Trying to make a nice steady little climb. We talked about ABVC this morning as a possible continuation from yesterday. And it really didn't do much today until about 3 o'clock, and then it started slowly starting to trend upwards. And it hasn't been until just here in after hours that it really made any kind of a move at all. All right, ILAG trending down, HKIT. Well, we hit 185 on HKIT, but right back down again. Just too many retail traders selling off on stuff. It's unfortunate, but too many people anxious to lock in profit. But like I always say, you can't blame them for locking in profit. That's just part of the game. And we do the same thing. We're guilty of the exact same thing. We jump in, let it go up a little ways, and then jump out. U.S. price, PC price index on Friday. CDTX curling up. And it's trying. HKIT. Man, I want a good one. Come on. THMO just popped into my scanner. It popped up for no apparent reason. No volume on it, but it popped into the number 2 spot. It's up 27% here off of nothing. Huge spread on that, so I would expect that's probably going to come right back down again. ILAG. NUWE. NUWE is trying to climb up, isn't it? NUWE starting to get some legs. Not a ton of volume there here in after hours, but it is starting to get some legs and move up. Got a couple of big purchases in there. Ooh, ESGL just popped into my scanner. ESGL. Let's see what's going on with that one. ESGL. That popped very quickly into the #1 spot for no apparent reason. That just jumped from 65 cents to 99 cents, just like that. So, not sure what's causing that. But it's got a lot of volume coming in right now. This 1 minute candle has 103,000 shares out of nowhere. They always say, does somebody know something? The answer is no. Nobody knows anything. Any chance AIRE's going back up? Where's that? There's this. I don't know. I don't think AIRE's done for the night. I think it's still got some legs left on it here. It's still a little gas in the engine. I just don't know how much. I mean, I don't know if it's going up or down or sideways. I can't. Just looking at the chart, I don't think it's done, but it's really hard. Really hard to tell. And I know that's not the answer you want to hear, but that's the best I can give you. I don't want to tell you, yes, it's going up, and then have you hold and it tanks, and that wouldn't be good. But just my own opinion based on the chart, it looks like it's still got a little gas left in the engine. Could pop up maybe to 130 again. So just depends on where you bought in at, I guess. ESGL coming down off of whatever that spike was. There's an awful lot of volume just to be a random spike. But who knows? After hours trading is wacky. A lot of weird goings-ons, if you know what I mean. ILAG, ESGL, CDTX, THMO, that's nothing. ACRV, nothing. Vero, nothing. Nothing on the micro float list. Nothing on my scanner. Really slow here. BCAB, upcoming poster presentation. CGC outperforms the market. KGC outperforms the market. Financial results coming up. PFE stock outperforms competitors despite the losses. Tupperware underperforms Wednesday. So just general market news again. Nothing at all. Man, I was really hoping for something nice here in after hours today. Something really, really sweet. Announces estimate book value per common share as of March. EFC, Ellington Financial, today announced its estimated book value per share of common stock is $13.69. And right now it's at $11.55. But there's no volume on that stock. What about AGBA? Where's AGBA? Where is my little AGBA? That must have dropped. Wow, how much did that drop? What do you guys think on AGBA? Dip buy here on AGBA? Possible pump back up to 250. AGBA. Let me see where that. Well, it was down here yesterday in this 226 area and ran up to over $3. It was down to 235-ish today and ran up to the 290 area. So it's had some beautiful swings on it. I don't know. Be a risky little play, but could pay off if it repeats itself. JAGX. Where's that one at here in after hours? JAGX. Looks like JAGX is going sideways. I don't see any significant reason for that to go up or down, to be honest. Maybe down to 15, mid 15s, like 15.5, maybe a drop there, or maybe a little climb up to about 17.5, but I think it floats in between there for a while, unless a press release comes out. If we get a really nice press release, yeah, I think it could pop up to 19 or 20 cents real easy. But just looking at the chart, and that's just based on speculation and just looking at the chart. It's not based on anything I know. I don't know anything personal about the company, so it's just based on the chart. But I would put a stop on that thing. I wouldn't put a stop any lower than 15.5, but I'd put it probably around 15.5 is where I'd put a stop loss on that thing and be done with it, depending on where I got in. You know, there's so many variables there. Oh, let's see. Let's go back to AGBA. Well, was that 231 on AGBA a good shot? You got in at 9 cents. Wow. Good, very good entry on that one. Think up the great content, my friend. You're very welcome. Thank you very much for saying that. I really appreciate that. Trying to give retail traders a leg up here in the market. Just trying to help as much as we can. CDTX, therapeutics to sell candidasis treatment and reacquire flu asset. So they're going to sell something, one of their assets, and they're going to buy back a flu asset. The company said it expected the sale to lead to about $128 million in savings over the course of the life of the patent. That's on CDTX. All right. No, I do not know that, Ryan. I watched that a little bit this afternoon, but really kind of took my eye off of that one when it wasn't doing anything. But I really have no answer as to why that got no attention at all today. I mean, that was just... I'm going to have to look into that stock. There's something there that we're not seeing. For it to only have 886 shares on the volume for the entire day, with the kind of press release that it had, something's fishy about that. And I really don't know until I do a little bit of research on it. Meta down now $60 a share. Woo. That's not good. Is it on sale? Who's looking at that thinking maybe I should buy some of that? THMO, NUWE still pushing. Look at NUWE. Woo. Just pushed up to 33 cents. That is nice. And somebody hit the ask on that, so that's promising. And they're still hitting the ask. We got a big one though at 33.37 on NUWE, and at 35. Another huge order at 35 to break through. And honestly, I don't see the volume coming in to be able to do that. Unless volume picks up here very, very quickly. There it goes. Look at those block orders coming in. Holy crap. Some big block orders smacked that thing. NUWE. Wow. There's a couple of really nice big block orders that came in and smacked that 34 cents really hard and knocked right through it. That was pretty sweet. 35.6 now. Oh my gosh. So added at 29, sold at 33. Nice. Up to 35.9. Nice. Very, very nice. 38.39. Look at NUWE. Look what happened to it. I got to chuckle again at the coincidence, and it's strictly coincidence. that as soon as I start talking about a stock, it starts going up. I know it's just coincidence, but it's funny. It makes me chuckle every single time. Oh, went up 10 cents since we started chatting about it. Isn't that funny? NUWE up 49% here just in after hours, 50% now. We hit 41 cents. That is beautiful. ILAG going sideways, CDTX sideways, ACRV sideways, AIRE coming down. NUWE seems to be the one everybody's playing right now. Looks like the volume is starting to inch that way. Everybody loves a good penny stock. Big block orders, man. 10,000 shares, 20,000 shares, 25,000 shares. Some big, big orders popping in there. Watching the bid and ask, a very tight bid and ask. There's no spread in that thing at all. Very, very tight, which I like to see. And it's so funny because it's like 1/100th of a penny difference. And you think to yourself, why squabble over 1/100th of a penny? Just pay the whole penny price and get done with it. But they squabble over 1/100th of a penny. When you put in a bid order and you put it in for 1/100th of a penny under the ask price, come on. Just hit the damn ask price. I mean, come on. I know, wise guys. I know. Order flow fees. I know they're making money on this stuff, but it just is aggravating as all get out. Sean, NUWE from 30 to 39 cents. Base hit. Thanks, Jeff. You're very welcome. It is very annoying to squabble. Yeah, I know. And they're making a ton of money doing it. NUWE, come on. Up 45%. ILAG, ILAG, sideways. THMO, sideways. CDTX, ACRV, AIRE. AIRV might be trying to push back up again. ILAG back in the number one spot here with a little push up to 75.9, but ask is at 74, so it's coming back down. So where's everybody picking up Meta at? Where is everybody picking up Meta? I know some of you are looking at that drooling. I mean, it's already bottomed out at what? Hit 427. 430 pretty regularly, and it's already back to 436. So it is starting to curl back up a little bit. Somebody grabbing that down there? I don't know. I'll bet you somebody is. I'll bet somebody is grabbing Meta down there. All right. ILAG. Man, we got nothing going on here. ILAG, NUWE. Ooh. Look at that pullback. Oh, ouch. THMO, CDTX. Tried. AIRE. Nothing. ACRV. Nothing. There's just nothing, folks. There's nothing really going on here. Earnings for Wednesday, B Cove, fiscal, first quarter. It's all announcements of when they're going to do their first quarter financials. All of it. All this news. Every single one of these. It's all just fluff, nothing news that does not help the share price. I don't mind a lot of press releases. In fact, we love a lot of press releases. But these press releases that have absolutely no helpful information in them to push the stock price up, they get a little tiring. There's a lot of them. God, I bet I've opened 15 so far announcing their first quarter financial release in May sometime. Right around the 8th. Looks like most of them are around the 8th. Well, I was sure hoping we'd get a nice one for after hours today. SRG makes a $50 million loan payment. That's a big loan payment. You think your loan payment's big? You think your loan payment's big? Try a $50 million loan payment. That's on a $1.6 billion term loan that they got. $1.6 billion loan, and they're making a $50 million loan payment. Ooh. So don't ever complain about your car payment again. Holy cow. That would be a hard payment to make. That would be a hard check to write, wouldn't it? AIRE 141. Let's go back to after hours here. AIRE. There we go. There we go. Finally, back to 140. Come on. Finally. Come on. Push. 140. This is it right here. 140 is it. This is the line in the sand, if you will. And from here, there's nothing stopping this to $2. This has got to get up over that 140 area and stay there and start making a nice, decent climb. Old ridicule man. Stop. Oh, Jesus. Rodolfo, what can I say, brother? Looks like TikTok wants me to verify my account again. And I just did that. All right. Well, AIRE is just having a heck of a time, isn't it? Just can't seem to get above that 140. That's a resistance area for a reason. When I said 140 was going to be the line in the sand, I wasn't joking. That area is tough. If you pull back on their chart, look back on the monthly chart and look back several months, 140, 140, 140. It just cannot get above that 140. It's had a couple of spikes up to $2. But 140 is where it constantly hits and drops, hits and drops. So we've got to get it above that 140. Don't know if it's going to happen in after hours here today or maybe pre-market. Depending on how strong this looks by 8 o'clock this evening, might be one to hold going into pre-market tomorrow with that early morning trading on like Webull, where you can trade at 4 o'clock in the morning. That might be the ticket there. This could be one of those that runs up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. That's what makes trading that early so much fun, is there's some that just run wild, crazy early in the morning like that. But I don't get up that early. I don't get up early enough to trade at 4 a.m. I'm not that dedicated. I'm not that. I'm not that rambunctious. It's hard enough getting up at 4:30 just to get up and make coffee and take a shower. Much less get up at 3:30 and so I can trade at 4. I get up at 4 a.m. Wow. Yeah. People in California get up at 3:30 in the morning to be on the live. I had somebody in Hawaii once that signed up because they thought they could do it, and they were getting up at like 1:30 in the morning, or 12:30. I think they were getting up at 12:30 at night, 12:30 in the morning, I guess, 12:30 a.m. so they could get up and be on the live with us. That's crazy. But if you're going to live, on the West Coast or in Hawaii, and you're on Mountain or Pacific time or whatever, the market opens up on Eastern time. So if you're going to trade pre-market, you don't have much of a choice. AIRE holding 142, man. We got to get this thing up here. Come on, push. Apple. I remember, but don't know how to live chat. You have a subscription to the live trading on the website, Apple? Do you use your cell phone to watch that? You won't see the live chat on your cell phone. You won't see it on your cell phone. That feature is not available with the web service provider that I use to build my website. That's not a service that they have. It's not a function that they provide. You can see it on your laptop or an iPad or your desktop, but As of right now, we can't do it on the cell phone. I wish I could. It'd be great. Joe just picked up some Meta at 4:30. I go in at 3:30 a.m. It's so peaceful. Yeah, 3:30 in the morning is very peaceful outside, man. There's no humans out there. I always tell everybody I'm going to avoid someplace because it's too peoply. But at 3:30, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, it's quiet outside. There's nobody out there. It's so peaceful. It's my favorite time is being out there in the morning. No people out there. Roberta, good morning and good afternoon and good evening, all in one. Good to see you. Apple. Thank you for your service. I am making bundles. Well, that is awesome. I was ready to quit trading till I found your service. Oh, well, I'm glad we could turn things around for you a little bit. Thank you. That means a lot. That means a lot. It validates the reason we do this. Janice, good afternoon. AIRE is just having one heck of a time. All right. Meta's down $70 now. Ooh. Meta setting new lows. Not going to try to catch that falling knife. I wouldn't either. What's it at? Ooh. Ouch. Ouch. 410. What's the 52-week low on that bad boy? Okay, it's even lower than that. Hell, it was down in the twos just back in November. This has got a ways to fall. Look at that gap. Look at that gap. See that gap right there? If you're watching on the website, back in February 2nd, February 1st and February 2nd, that massive gap up, it just filled it. Holy cow. Is this going down into the threes before the night is over? This thing's got to be being shorted like mad. Shorts are making a killing on this stock. Wow. Bid just hit 401. It's insane. And unfortunately, there's some retail traders out there that are trying to guess the bottom here. There's some retail traders that are taking a stab at it, trying to guess where this bottom's at. And oh, God. What a piece of trash. All right. Well, it bounced off of that 401, 403. I wouldn't chance it right now, though. It's back up to 409. It's gone up $9 in just a matter of a few seconds. So it is, I don't know, man. I don't think I'd, CDTX 1575. Finally, bouncing back up. Would love to see that get back to that $17 range, that's for sure. Oh, let's see, nothing in after hours. So much fluff news. Poster presentation, delinquency letter from NASDAQ, files form 10, financials on May 8th. May 8th is going to be a big day. I'll bet I've read between this morning and this afternoon, I bet I've read off 50 press releases that said they were doing their earnings report, releasing their earnings on May 8th, which is on a Wednesday. That day is going to be busy. Because we know on earnings releases, if they're really outstanding earnings releases, they're going to go up. If they're really horrible or just lackluster, stock price is probably going to go down. And there's going to be a run up on some of those earnings reports. There's a lot of traders out there. I don't recommend doing it. It's a really poor way to trade, in my personal opinion. But a lot of traders, knowing that an earnings release is coming out, they'll buy into the stock now, hoping for a good earnings report and the stock price to go up. You're anticipating the price going up on the earnings report. And that's a risky way to trade. And I don't recommend doing it. But I have seen, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen the price of a stock gradually rise leading up to the earnings report. And then when the earnings report comes out, it either spikes from there or it drops from there. So a lot of guys will play that run up, and they see the stock running up on a stock that they know the earnings release is coming out in a week or 2 weeks. They'll run that ride up, but then they sell off before the news, before the earnings release comes out. They'll sell and take advantage of that run up. Buying on a limit, Brett. Buying and selling on a limit price, that just means that you set the price. If you're going to buy a stock, you set the price that you want to buy. And you're telling the market, I don't want to buy the shares for anything over or anything under. I want them for a specific price. And then that's what your order will go into. And you won't get those shares unless it's at that specific price. So if the price is a little above where you want it, you're not going to get them. And the same way when you sell. If you sell a limit sell, that means I want to sell these shares at a specific price. Nothing more, nothing less. I want a specific number. Now, when you sell it on a market buy or a market sell, that means you're telling the market, I want these shares and I want you to give them, let's say I'm going to buy them at market. You're telling the market, I want to buy these shares and I'm going to pay whatever the current ask price is. If the ask price is at 120, that's what I want to pay. I want to pay whatever the current ask price is. The downside to that is if the price is moving up quickly, you might get filled at $1.20. You might get some at $1.21. You might get some at $1.25 because the price was moving up and you're paying whatever the current ask price is. You get in quickly. It's a guaranteed way to get in quickly, but you can't guarantee the price you're going to get. You're going to get whatever the current ask price is. Now, same way on the sell side. If you sell at market, you're going to get whatever the current bid price is. So if the bid price is $1.20 and you go to sell your shares at market, you're going to get $1.20 unless the bid price is dropping very quickly, then you're going to get $1.20, $1.18, $1.17, maybe $1.15. So again, you can't guarantee what price you're going to sell your shares at, but you can sell them quickly. It's a quick market. I always tell everybody, market buy and market sell is a quick way to get in or to get out quickly. Do it at market. You'll get in very fast. If a stock's moving up very quickly and you want in with no hesitation, do it at market. You'll get in quick. Same way on the sell side. But if you're not worried about chasing it and you just want a specific price, then you do limit. Now, in after hours trading, pre-market trading, you have to do limit. The market doesn't allow for market buys and sells in the extended hours, in pre-market or after hours. I hope that explains that pretty well. Yeah, you have to use NUWE. You have to use a limit order in pre-market and after hours trading. You have to use a limit. Whether you're buying or selling, you have to do limit. The system, the entire market across every platform, it's not set up to allow for market buys and market sells. You have to do limit. All right, UPC press release here. What is this? UPC Pharmaceuticals to offer up to 20 million shares for $1.25 each. And the price right now is at $2.30. Can you say tank? Ouch. Wow, that's going to hurt. Lost 13,000 to cryptocurrency. Just 410. All right, let's go back to after hours. AIRE, there we go. There we go. 152, 153. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We finally got that break of $1.40 that we've been talking about all after hours here. We've been talking about this darn break at $1.43, and we finally broke through it. All right. Got any AIRE? Yes. I got in late though at $1.20. I should have bought that dip down around that 113 range, but it wasn't running. It just wasn't running. In fact, it was coming down right from 4 o'clock till about 4:10. First 10 minutes of market, it was dropping. So it was kind of a nothing burger, you know. But then all of a sudden, it starts climbing. I wanted that break of 140, and we finally got it. Nice. And I won't be on to tell you, but I'll more than likely, I'll probably try to hold that into pre-market hours tomorrow, depending on what it does for the rest of the after hours. Obviously, if it tanks, I'm going to sell it before after hours is over. That's common sense. But if it can hold, especially if it holds above 150, if it can hold above 150, I'll probably still be holding it in the morning. If 8 o'clock when the market's done, if it's above 150, you can rest assured I'm still holding on to it. $155.9, $158, $159. Holy cow. Look at that climb. Holy mackerel. That was insane. We hit 159 on that. That's pretty crazy. All right, folks, it is almost 5:30. It's getting time for supper. There's not a whole lot going on here other than AIRE. AIRE. Wolfpack alerted everybody that that was starting to push up right around $1.20, right around $1.20, give or take. And I don't know where everybody got in at, but that's when it started climbing. And it's up to 162 now. So that gives you an idea of how much of a run we've had on this stock just in after hours. It's up 41% right now. So it's being an absolute beauty. Love it. Or as I like to say, it's a beautiful bastard. Oh, it's just pretty. 164 for a high so far. All right. Well, you guys, I'm going to take off here. Got to get me something to eat. If you'd like to join the Wolfpack in the morning, join our community at 6:45 in the morning, you're more than welcome to. Go to the website. There's a link on YouTube. There's a link on TikTok. Go to the website, wolfpackcommunity.com, wolfpackcommunity.com, and sign up for the live trading. Subscribe to the live trading, and then you'll be with us at 6:45 a.m. every trading morning, and that lasts for 3 hours long. So you guys have a beautiful evening. Thank you all very much for being here. Thank you so much for hitting the follow button on TikTok. Much, much appreciated. And hitting the subscribe button on YouTube. Also very, very much appreciated. So until tomorrow morning, I'm going to sign off, and I will see you guys bright and early in the morning. TikTok, YouTube, 7:30. 7:30 a.m. Eastern time is when I'll be back on those two places. But the website, 6:45. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I'm on my way to get something to eat. Have a good night, guys.